Shalom, shalom, Israel's brothers Abayala.
Brother Shema all.
Brother Tajima.
Brother Kamor.
Coming back at you with another cold cut through the Spirit, 23 days to Pentecost, man. What are you so fearful of, man? I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Kick it off with this. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. For Yahweh have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So if you're fearful, that's actually a demon. Because that spirit wasn't created for the Israelite man, woman, and child to have, man. That is a demon. That's a demon in your mind. That's Satan telling you what you can and can't do, man. When the Lord said what? He gave us a sound mind, he gave us love, and he gave us power. The Israelite man had power. You think Adam had fear? You think he feared anything? You think Yahushua feared anything? We feared the Most High. If you fear the Most High, why are you fearing carnal things, man? Why are you fearing carnal ideas, man? We fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let me get this real quick. In Sirach chapter 22. This is the book of Sirach chapter 22 and verse 18. Pale set on a high place will never stand against the wind. So a fearful heart and the imagination of a fool cannot stand against any fear. Yeah, if you're a fool and that demon of fear comes upon you, you're not going to believe in yourself. You're not going to have confidence, man. The Lord can tell you himself. He can come down to you, tell him, say, hey, you can overcome this. You can do this. But you're a fool. You're not gonna believe that, man. You don't want to have that fearful heart. You want to believe in the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and it all goes back to faith at the end of the day. Let me get this one more precept before I pass it. Let's go to Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. Classic, man. Joshua chapter 1. I'll start at verse 5. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people thou shalt divide an inheritance, the land. For an inheritance the land, which I swear unto thy fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous. The Lord said only. The Lord didn't give you an option. He said only be strong and courageous, meaning nothing outside of that. That thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand nor to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. And if you want to prosper, you have to only be strong and courageous, nothing else. Brothers got it.
Right? It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, and verse number 12, and the GNT. So like the brother is going into, you cannot be fearful, man. You cannot be fearful in the last days. Hey, these demons, they sense when you're scared. Just like a lion sense when it's prey, it's frightened, scared, afraid, it's going to attack. So if these demons sense that you're fearful and you're scared, hey, they're going to attack you, man. And they're going to be on go mode, right? So like the brother's going into, you cannot be fearful. You got to cast all of that out with the love of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Right, it's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 12. It says, fear is nothing but the failure to use the help that reason gives. When you lack the confidence to rely on, you give into the fears caused by ignorance. So when you lack on the confidence, guess what? You're giving into your fears that the Most High has put those fears over you. Ultimately, you believe that the Most High is not with you. You believe that you're not confident in the Most High. Why is you not believing that you're confident in the Most High? That's because you've been going off. You've been into sin. All right? You've been doing God knows what. That's why you're not confident. Because when you're on fire, and you're going to be strong in the Most High. You're not going to be scared of anything. You're not going to be scared of thousands which come about you, man. You're not going to be scared of these demons. You're not going to be scared of this world. All of that is going to go away when you put your trust in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, right? Let me get this in the book of Deuteronomy, right? Chapter 28. So when you fearful, that's a part of the curses. What's going on? Right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse number, I'm going to start at verse 65. And amongst these nations thou shalt find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. Thou shalt fear day and night. Thou shalt have none assurance of thy life, man. And that's what's going on in this world. These people, they don't have no, you gotta constantly reassure them. They don't have no assurance of their life. Their life hanging in doubt. They fearful day and night of the stuff that's in this world. Why? Because they not keeping the commandments of the Lord. And the Lord placed these curses on them. And one of the curses in the book of Deuteronomy 28, that you will be fearful day and night. So if you want to stop operating in fear, if you don't want to be a coward anymore, if you want to stand boldly for the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, if you want to have more confidence, stop breaking the commandments. Brothers got it.
Hey, that's right, man. Spirit, I mean, it's a spirit. The spirit of fear is weak, man. Right? There's no point in you fearing. If somebody fear, they literally has no hope in nothing. Ultimately, they having hope in themselves, and they realize they can do nothing for themselves. The only thing that can do something for you is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? So this Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Right? It reads, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee." So the Lord commanded you to fear not. He is with you. Throughout all the scriptures, the Lord tells you he is with you. A godly man that's keeping the commandments. So for you to have fear, you're literally dependent on yourself, right? You have no hope. And you see that a carnal man can't do anything for you, right? The Most High God can do a lot for you. He can save you from affliction. He can save you from destruction, right? This is why you shouldn't fear anything that will happen in the world or to somebody that's going to do something to you. Why? Because you have hope in the Lord, man. Right? It says, "Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with thy right hand of my righteousness." So the Lord said he will help you. No, we can't help ourselves. We're carnal, man. We can't really take care of ourselves. This is why the Lord said, hey, I am with you. You shouldn't put your fear in anything that can kill the flesh. You know, put your fear in the Most High God, because he the one that can kill flesh and soul, right? So let me get that in Psalms 118. Psalms 118 and verse 8. It says, "It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man." Because that's, when you fear, you end up thinking about something that has no type of power over you, right? When you fearing, that means that you expecting something that would never happen, right? And then you have a man that's putting his trust in a man, which is pointless. That's why the Lord said, put confidence, right? So I'm gonna read that again. It says, "It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man," right? So you should always put your confidence in the Most High God.
Let me backing off the brother. You got Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 35. "Cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward, for ye have need of patience, that after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise." So like the brother Tasman was saying, there's really nothing to be fearful of when you're on fire. If you're going off, stuff like that, then, you're going to lose that confidence. But if you're on fire, you're going to have confidence. You're not going to fear anything because you're going to trust in the Lord. You're going to have patience and, know that the Lord is going to recompense your reward. Nevertheless, continuing on, in Matthew chapter 14 and verse 28, "And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water." So Yahushua is on the water, and he's seen the disciples. Continuing on, "And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me." So, he had faith at first. He had zeal, to see the Lord. But as soon as something came up, he was quick to be afraid. And then he started sinking, So that could be any of y'all, really. But, my final precept is Psalms chapter 119 and verse 19. "I am a..." Nah, it's lucky. I gotta go look at my phone. This is the book of Psalm chapter 118 and verse 8. better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. All nations compassed me about, but in the name of the Lord will I destroy them. So, this is, I believe, David, he said he's going to trust in the Lord. Literally every nation stood about him. The whole world stood about him, against him. And he trusted in the Lord. So one more with y'all. But I'll leave it at that.
Let's go to the book of Psalms chapter 56 and verse number 3. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. So when that fear do come upon you, because we in the flesh, when them demons do try to attack you, we in the flesh, you got to trust in the Most High. You got to fear in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Verse 4, in God I will praise his word. In God I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Yeah, why are you fearing what flesh can do unto you? What can man really do unto you, man? You got to fear the Most High. That can destroy your body and soul in hell if he wanted to, man. Destroy your spirit. Who cares about this bodily flesh? Who cares about what Esau and these other nations can do unto you, man? Hey, guess what? We fear what Yahweh Shem Yahushua did. And with that, we like to give our honor and glory and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. His brothers Alpha Yahweh.
But it's my
Say Shalom.